I used to think, if you want to make money, you have to sweat. And if you don't sweat, you will at least have a headache. Working 2 jobs, freelancing at night, opening an online store, sounds familiar. I have done it all, but there is one truth I will never forget. You can work hard until you are exhausted, but if your money doesn't work, you will always be the one running behind it. A few years ago, I was living in a cycle: work, spend, stress, repeat. Every month there was an unexpected bill, car breakdown, sudden illness, credit card debt, fees increased. I made money, but it was never enough. I tried everything: dropshipping, lost $300 in 2 months, crypto, got in at the top, got out at the bottom, individual stocks, Tesla, Palantir, Zoom. All taught me the lesson: don't dream of getting rich quick. There were days when I woke up at 5 a.m., worked a side job. I came home at night, checked stock charts until 1 a.m., and still no real progress. One Monday night, I checked my investment account. I was down over $2,300 in 2 weeks. Worse yet, I realized I had no long-term plan. I was just betting, not investing. I lost faith. Not because I was losing money, but because I felt like I was no closer to the freedom I dreamed of. I remember thinking, am I just going to work, do nothing, and wait until I'm old and retire? I happened to watch a YouTube video. The speaker was very slow, very logical, not selling a course, not shouting anything. He just said, if you don't want to pick stocks, buy the whole market. Index funds are for people who don't need to win big, but always win in the long run. And you can get passive income from it, steadily, quietly, and efficiently. I paused. Passive income from index funds? What do you mean? I don't have to do anything? That sentence kept repeating in my head all night. I read everything I could on John Bogle, the father of index funds, on the SP 500, a basket of stocks that represents the U.S. economy, on the truth. 90% of professional investors fail to beat the market over the long term. I learned one thing: index funds are not sexy. They don't promise get rich in 30 days. But they are stable, strong, and win over time. I realized I was too busy trying to find the Holy Grail. I was too ambitious with the dizzying numbers. I forgot sustainable wealth comes from strategy, not emotion. I felt like a runner on a treadmill. The harder I tried, the farther I got. Index funds, for me at that time, were a way out. No need to choose the timing, no need to monitor every day. Just buy, hold, and let time do the rest. I no longer feel the thrill of buying individual stocks. No more checking the app 10 times a day. I just bought the first $100 into VOO, the Vanguard SP 500 ETF. I did it every week. 3 months later, I got my first dividend, just a few dollars. But that feeling, the first time money just came to me, is unforgettable. I have passive cash flow, small but steady. I no longer worry about picking stocks. I have more time to do meaningful work, and for the first time, I feel like I don't need to chase money, because it's starting to come to me. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I couldn't go on living like I did. That's what I thought when I first opened my investment account. Hands shaking. Mistyped my password 3 times, and to be honest, I didn't think I'd get very far, but those early, uncertain days laid the foundation for everything I do today. I thought I got it after a few weeks, so I started buying more hot ETFs like RKK, QQQ, comparing returns day by day, jumping between funds for a few percentage points. The result, chart decreasing. I lost almost $700 just by buying high and selling low. Chart decreasing. I paid unnecessary transaction fees because I traded too much. Chart decreasing. I felt overwhelmed, like I was back to my old path of investing in individual stocks. Don't just do something. Sit there. Jack Bogle, founder of Vanguard, I realized index funds don't require you to be smart, just consistent. You don't need market timing, you just need to be in the market long enough. Success comes from doing nothing at the right time. Instead of chasing profits, I chose discipline. I automatically invested $50 per week into VO and SCHD, didn't check my account every day, read quarterly reports instead of guessing the news, set 10-year goals, not 10 weeks, and gradually, I saw results. The account grew steadily. Not fast, but steadily. I received regular quarterly dividends from SCHD, a small but real passive income stream. I began to understand investing is not about emotions, it's about systems. Many people receive dividends and then spend them. I automatically reinvest them into ETFs. That way, every quarter I get a little extra stock, and it snowballs. My account grows over time, without me having to do anything else. In short, 1. I buy shares in an index fund, e.g. VO, SCHD. 2. Companies in the fund pay dividends, share profits with shareholders. 3. I receive those dividends every quarter, as income. 4. I don't have to do anything, the fund manages it all, no drama. No guesswork, just a system that works silently and steadily. 1. Invest money you can't afford to lose. I once put my emergency fund into the market, big mistake. 2. Compare with others. Some people boast of 30% profit, I have 8%. But 8% is always more stable and long term. 3. Trade too much. Index fund is for holding, not for surfing. After 6 months of discipline, I found myself not only richer, but also calmer. I am not afraid of short-term fluctuations. I am no longer stressed when the market is down, and I know, every week I invest, every week I am building a new future. After trial, error, and many sleepless nights, I learned one thing: investing is not about excitement. It's about peace. Today, I no longer look for holy grail stocks. I don't go to the stock market every morning. I only do 3 things: choose the right fund, set up an automatic investment schedule, let time do the rest, and this is how I earn passive income from index funds every month, practically, sustainably, and without being good at finance. 60% of my portfolio tracks the 500 largest US companies: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, extremely low costs, 0.03%, historical returns 10%/year, dividends 1.3 to 1.6% per year. This is the backbone of my portfolio, stable, broad, low risk. I don't need to pick winners, I invest in all the big companies. Accounts for 30% of the portfolio, focus on companies with high sustainable dividends, dividend yield 3.5%/year, paid quarterly, automatic dividend reinvestment, although not increasing in price as fast as VO. Stable dividends create a clear passive cash flow. SCHD is the regular money printer in my system. 10% of portfolio invests in non-US companies, Europe, Asia, emerging markets, helps me diversify, doesn't provide as much passive income as SCHD, but helps balance regional risk. I don't expect much from VXUS, but I know it reduces portfolio skew, and that's important. I don't wait for cheap. I don't predict market bottoms. I do one thing: every week, invest $100, whether the market is red or green. The strategy is called dollar cost averaging, DCA, spreading out your investment over time. It helps me reduce the pressure of timing right, take advantage of both low and high prices, create a disciplined habit, like brushing your teeth every morning. Every quarter, I receive dividends from SCHD VO. For example, with $10,000 in SCHD, I can receive $350 to $400/year, divided into 4 quarters. I don't withdraw money, I let it reinvest automatically. The dividend buys more shares. New shares generate dividends. The snowball effect begins. After a few years, The passive income not only gets bigger, but also increases every quarter without me doing anything. Specific example, I invest $400 per month, i.e. $100/week, with an average yield of 9%. After 10 years, the account can reach nearly $75,000, of which more than $25,000 is interest earned from the principal, and passive income from dividends can reach $2,000 $2,500/year. Most importantly, I don't need to guess the stock code. I don't need to monitor the market every day. Since switching to index funds, I sleep better, no more FOMO when seeing other people flaunting coins, meme stocks, no more panicking when the market corrects, feel more in control of my financial life than ever. Index funds didn't just make me money, they helped me regain my peace. When I look at my investment account today, I don't see a lump sum, I see weeks of patience, I see Sunday mornings without impulse spending, I see a version of myself, knowing how to wait, knowing how to be disciplined, knowing how to be grateful. Here are the real numbers, no frills. I invest $400/month total principal after 3 years, $14,400, total account value, compound interest dividends $18,950, dividends received in year 3, $560, split quarterly, average growth, 9 to 10%/year. But the money isn't the most important thing. What's most valuable is the feeling. I'm no longer 100% dependent on my salary. The dividends aren't enough to make me quit my job, but they're enough to let me know I'm getting cash flow, even without doing anything else. Instead of waking up and thinking, how much do I need to make today to survive? I think, what can I do that I love, without the fear of running out of money? Instead of fearing unemployment, I have a safety net, an investment account that generates income. Instead of getting caught up in the worry of do I have enough money? I learned to let my money work for me, and the great thing is, anyone can start. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be exceptionally smart, just start and keep going. 1. Don't try to get rich right away, be consistent first. Don't give up halfway because you don't see anything yet. 2. Don't judge investment performance by emotions. There are months when the market is red hot, but don't forget, you're buying cheap. 3. Don't wait until you're debt-free or high income to invest, because wealth doesn't start when you have a lot of money. It starts when you make the right decisions, even with small amounts. I used to think investing is for smart people. I was wrong. I'm not a financial genius. I didn't go to an Ivy League university. I'm not good at numbers. I'm just a guy who was once broke by money, a guy who failed at investing the wrong way, a guy who decided to rebuild with a simple strategy, and after 3 years, I see index funds, if you give them time, will give you back your freedom. 1. Start with a number you are not afraid to lose, whether it is $5 per day, $20 per week. The important thing is not the amount, it is that you are creating the habit of a financially free person. 2. Automate, let investing become every day. Set up auto transfer, transfer money every week from your bank account to your investment account. Set up auto invest, money is divided equally into VO, SCHD according to the desired ratio. Forget it. Move on. Let the system work. Here is the secret of the rich. They don't try to be smarter than the market, they just automate, and let time do the rest. 3. Be more persistent than your fear. There will be times when you want to withdraw money. There will be times when you see the news of crisis, recession, war, and your heart beats faster. But if you stay, you win. Because the market may fall, but history shows, after every fall, the market is higher than before. I don't know where you are in your financial journey. Maybe you're drowning in debt, maybe you've just lost your job, maybe you're terrified of growing old with no savings. I've been there. I get it, and I want to say, you don't have to be rich to start, you just have to start, and one day, you'll be rich. It's not just about money. It's about peace of mind, it's about freedom, it's about feeling my money is working for me, so I can live the life I want. Backhand index pointing right. You don't have to invest in 100 things. Just invest in the right ones, repeatedly, and if you're looking for a place to start with index funds. Start with this video. Let this be the moment that changes your financial life forever. Clapperboard, thank you for watching this video on Money_VSQ channel. If you find the video useful, please like, share and leave a comment. I will make money work for me. To commit to yourself, and don't forget, money doesn't free you, but money invested properly can give you the freedom to live the life you choose.